In the last 18 months, I've watched 3 firms get fined $45 million, $72 million, and $110 million, all because they failed the exact same AML exam questions. Today, I'm giving you the literal 40-point checklist that FinCEN, FCA, MAS, and most European regulators are using now and will in 2026. I pull it straight from the latest exam manuals and from sitting in the room while examiners ask these questions word for word. So if you can answer yes and show evidence for all 40, you will sail through your next exam. Every single AML exam in 2026 will follow the same 4 phases. Phase 1, the first 48 hours, documents they demand before they even drink their coffee. Phase 2, risk assessment deep dive. Phase 3, testing and monitoring walkthrough. Phase 4, training and culture proof. Miss Phase 1 and the rest of the exam turns hostile. Nail it and they stay friendly. Phase 1, first 48 hours, 10 questions. 1, current AML policy signed by the board in the last 12 months. Include dates, names, and signatures of the attendees. 2, latest enterprise-wide risk assessment or EWRA, dated and board approved. Include dates, names, and signatures of attendees. 3, current org chart with money laundering reporting officer's name, reporting line, and independence proof. Is there a direct line from the compliance officer to the CEO or board of directors? Is there a connection between compliance and operations or sales? 4, list of all third-party vendors that touch AML with contracts, included KYC, monitoring, sanctions, for example. How well do you know your software or app supplier? Do you know your AI supplier well? 5, most recent independent evaluation report plus management's response letter. This is a complete report, never a summary. 6, last 3 board minutes that mention AML. Make sure that they're dated and list and signed as to who was present. Also, provide compliance committee minutes if available. By now, you should have them. 7, current AML training completion rates for all staff. List the names, dates, signatures, and scores. 8, list of all open regulatory findings and remediation status. Findings included in regulatory reports and remediation with a timeline of remediation step accomplishments. 9, copy of your registration license with the regulator. All copies of current licenses and registrations, please. 10, your written exam scope response letter. Your response letter to regulators' audits include any disagreements and explanations as to why. Phase 2, risk assessment, 10 questions. 1, methodology document explaining inherent risk scoring. What makes your business or business unit risky? Does this involve any external or internal factors? 2, geography risk table with sources such as Financial Action Task Force, Transparency International, etc. Which sources are you using and are they well known? Are they also updated and current? 3, customer type risk table. Are they MSBs, crypto, cash-intensive businesses, politically exposed persons? Are customers categorized and broken down as companies, businesses, people? 4, product and service risk table. Are the products and services expanded to see where the risks come from? It is only part of the product or the service. 5, evidence you revise the enterprise-wide risk assessment at least annually or after any material change. Are the updates dated? Are they approved by the board of the directors? And are the changes listed? 6, heat map or dashboard the board actually sees. Is it easy to understand? Do they see where the risks are? 7, how you calculate residual risk after controls. Is the formula or multiple scores that are added shown and explained? 8, list of high-risk countries you block or apply enhanced due diligence to. Is the list explained? Are there high-risk countries that are not blocked and demonstrate a reason why? 9, proof you reviewed and updated the EWRA in the last 12 months. Demonstrate dates and approval signatures. Make sure the names are legible. 10. Management sign-off page on the final enterprise-wide risk assessment. Signatures and dates, please. Ensure that the names also are legible. Phase 3. Testing and monitoring. 12 questions. 1. Transaction monitoring rule book with the last tuning date. Include written processes of the platform to monitor transactions. Revision dates. Approval name or names and position or positions. Approval by the board of directors. 2. Most recent rule effectiveness backtesting report. Date and persons who conducted the platform testing, what was tested, results, and the report to the board of directors of the report and the remediations. 3. Alerts to SAR conversion rate for the last 12 months. How many alerts become SARs? Which ones become open cases? 4. Average alert clearance time by risk level. Dates, responsible person or person's name or names, and reason to clear the alert. 5. Take a sample of 5 closed alerts showing full investigation notes. Sample more than 5, at least 12, meaning 1 per month. 6. Sample 3 file SARs with narrative. Sample more than 3, at least 12, meaning 1 per month. 7. Sanction screening hit rate and false positive reduction actions. Explain the percentage of the match threshold percentage and the reason behind its implementation. Show 3 years of hit rates and the reduction every year. Explain why the reduction and what is being used to do so. 8. The most recent model validation report for any AI and ML tools. Show the details of how it performs, the reliability, and the behavior to ensure it functions ethically. Show test cases. 9. List all of the above-the-line customers. Are these high-risk customers approved by senior management? List of all high-risk customers, including entities and people. Show the approval of senior management with dates, names, and the signatures of the senior manager or the senior managers. 10. Enhance due diligence refresh schedule proof for high-risk customers. If high-risk customers are reviewed during the year, by whom, and provide dates. 11. Look back or remediation projects in the last 24 months. If any internal evaluation has been conducted, show if any lookbacks were suggested, and if done, include the details, dates, and person or persons in charge. 12. Case management system demo. They will want to click around, so show how a case is opened, decisions proving why, who decides, dates, and results. Phase 4, training and culture. 8 questions. 1. Training matrix by role. Front office versus analyst versus board. Show a training schedule by department with dates and topics. 2. Completion certificates for the last 12 months. 3. Training materials for new joiners. Topics and schedule for new joiners, and also policies to follow when new employees arrive. 4. Evidence the board received separate AML training in the last year. Document the topics, dates, and who delivers the training. 5. Results of last culture survey or speak up metrics. 6. Any employee discipline cases linked to AML breaches. 7. Money laundering reporting officers direct access to CEO or board evidence. Calendar, invites, minutes. Show documentation that the compliance officer has meetings with the board. Topics discussed and include the dates. 8. Escalation log showing that the MLRO overruled commercial team. They love this one. Show any requests from the commercial team that has been overruled by compliance, and show why it was overruled. The 8 findings that caused the biggest 2024 and 2025 fines. Just so you know what hurts. 1. Out of date risk assessment, older than 18 months. 2. No evidence the board actually read it. 3. Transaction monitoring rules never tuned in three or more years. 4, alert backlog, more than 30 days. 5, high-risk customers not refreshed in more than 24 months. 6, training completion of less than 90%. 7, money laundering reporting officers' reports to the chief risk officer instead of directly to the board. 8, no look back after discovering a major rule failure. Fix those 8 and you've already eliminated 85% of a fine risk. That's the entire 40-point checklist examiners are using right now. You've got this. See you on the other side of a clean exam report. Thank you for joining us. Share with anyone who will benefit with this information. And don't forget to support our channel with a like and subscribe.